Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that if he pays me my hourly rate, I will do more housework? I'm a steam fitter. What's a steam fitter? Steam fitter.
Just do my research.
Layout, assemble, install, maintain pipe system, pipe supports, or related hydraulic or pneumatic equipment for steam, hot water, heating, cooling, lubricating, sprinkling, or industrial production of processing systems. I cannot believe I said that in one take, bestie. So she's a steam fitter. I've been at it for a while and I'm in supervision with bonuses and incentives, but not counting benefits. I earn over $100 an hour. Ooh, get your coin, bestie. Nice. I also work out of town. I started doing that once the kids were old enough to take care of themselves with their dad at home. So when my youngest was in middle school and the oldest was a junior in high school, it is great. I love that for you, bestie. I love that. Our retirement savings are piling up and we've been able to splurge on the kids and ourselves. My husband is upset, however, because I decided to pay for a cleaning lady. Hold on. I find that housework tends to like come between a couple. My mother told me that like the main things that couples fight about are housework and money. So if you can kind of remove the housework from the equation, leave it up to somebody else. If you're financially able, which they are, I don't see why not. He and I discussed it and we agreed that him and the kids didn't do a great job keeping the house clean and tidy while I was away. I hated coming home to a mess. It caused a few fights because it was like they expected me to come home and clean up after them. No. That's some weaponized incompetence if I've ever seen it. The last thing that you want to do when you get home from a trip or from work or whatever is clean up after other people. And I'm sorry, bestie, but like, you earning your own money. If you want to spend your money on a cleaning lady, ¿qué pasa? What's the problem? Is that actually ¿qué pasa? I don't actually know what that means. Guys, I speak Spanish now. Having her is fantastic. I come home to a clean house and I am happier. Love that for you. I also like cleanliness. I like things to be clean. I don't like seeing little dust bunnies everywhere. My kids have more time to study and do extracurriculars. They still have chores and they are still expected to clean up after themselves. Sounds like a win-win to me. My husband came to me last time I was home and said we should cut back on the service when I'm home. That I should be doing more housework. Whoa. What's he doing?
Absolutely nothing.
He can't do the housework? We've got a working woman here making lots of money. That kind of thinking only works if you're the breadwinner and she's staying home all day, doesn't have a job. He thinks that we are wasting money. I wouldn't say that, bestie. To me, having a clean house and having good mental health because your space is clean is a worthy expense. It could be a luxury in some people's eyes, but to me, it's a worthy expense. I said that I work 14 days in a row and those are 13-hour days. Ooh, definitely not coming home and cleaning after that. Yes, it's mostly paperwork, but his job as a teacher isn't much more physically challenging. I said that I could offer him two options. If he wanted, we can get completely rid of the service and him and the kids can make sure the house is in good shape when I get home. Or he could pay me my hourly rate and do extra housework when I'm on my days off. I think that's totally fair. He is upset with me and says I'm being financially manipulative. No, bestie, he's weaponizing incompetence against you. I think if he and the kids actually did what they're supposed to do when I'm away, none of this would be an issue. She's got a point. Having a cleaning lady there all the time, like it definitely could be expensive. However, my issue is that he expects her to take on the duties of the cleaner and to come home and clean up after everybody else after she's been working for 13 hours. No, that's not going to happen. Either contribute or shut the f up. I know how I feel about this, but let's see what Reddit had to say. So you can afford it. Everything gets done. Everybody has free time. No one has to do stuff they don't want to do. There aren't any fights over it. I mean, there really is no downside and everybody wins. Him getting upset because you said if the maid goes, he'll have to do his fair share is very telling. Right? It'd be one thing if he was like, okay, we're wasting money. I will contribute more. But no, he's saying he wants you to do the housework. You're not home to make the messes, but you're supposed to work that much and come home and clean up after him just because he wants to save money while getting to sit on his People like your husband always reinforce my decision to stay single, not the a-hole. People are getting a little upset about this one, and rightfully so. I feel like this resonates with a lot of people. Not the a-hole, he's free to clean the house he lives in.
Damn right.
You offered a great solution, one that benefits everybody. I think that that's like a fair expense. If that's what makes you happy, coming home to a clean house after a long day at work, if that's what makes you happy, then that's a fair expense. I'm sorry, you both work demanding jobs. You're sometimes requiring you to travel, but you should be taking care of the housework. Why? Because you're the wife. For f***'s sakes, it's 2024. You're both adults. You co-manage the household. If he wants the place cleaner, he can either help clean or pay for a cleaner. Pretending his wife is a maidservant is not an option, not the a-hole. All right, I'm gonna agree with Reddit on this one. Like, it is a little controversial. Some of you are gonna get upset, but I don't care. Not the a-hole.